I'm Sydney Radka, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is October 26, 2022, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, where I'm joined by Jim Sinicropi. I have Felecia Dombrowski in studio, and of course we have Katherine Chase because it is the end of October, which means it is Wine Wednesday already, which is super exciting. Today's show is brought to you by Upstate Fiber Networks. There is still time to sign up in October for high-speed fiber internet, and for every new customer that signs up this month, they will make a donation to the Visions of Hope Fund at Clifton Springs Hospital. If you don't know what that is, Visions of Hope is a community group of 70-plus local women who form a breast cancer education and support network throughout the Finger Lakes region. And in exciting news, they just posted a few hours ago that Canandaigua is opening now for services, and services available already in Waterloo, Seneca Falls, Newark, and Geneva. Coming soon will be Palmyra, Macedon, Shortsville, and Manchester. So they are out there.
I've had Upstate Fiber at my home now for, almost a full year. Maybe.
Yeah, it feels like it.
And it's phenomenal.
You love it?
It's faster, never a problem, no problems.
Every time I talk with them, I'm like, could you get out to Lyons, please? And they're like, oh, Newark. And I'm like, not close enough.
Upstairs, in the bedroom, downstairs, TVs all at the same time, phones, everybody on the phones, no problems.
Wow, so you heard it from him. You should get Upstate Fiber, and they have available services everywhere in the Finger Lakes already, and they just keep building more. So that's that. It is Wine Wednesday. Welcome back. Did you miss us?
Always.
Today, it might still look a little fall-like in our studio, but we are talking about the holiday season.
The holiday season.
Yes. And that's like kind of depressing, but kind of exciting, but also like that mind-blowing feeling where you're like,
yeah, I mean, everywhere else you go, it's everywhere.
You're right. So you brought a little bit of holiday season to us,
Yes.
and we're going to talk about some events that you guys have going on.
The wrong side of my notes. Start backwards.
Okay, let's start it now.
So we're going to talk about our holiday shopping spree event that we host. It is an annual event. It's on its 29th year.
Wow.
I'm going to count the year that we had to cancel mathematically. I wasn't sure how you're supposed to do that, so we're going to count it. It's the 29th year of the event. It's held on the weekends around Thanksgiving, so November 19th and 20th and December 3rd and 4th. The event is wine and food pairing focused with a splash of shopping mixed in. But I'm hungry, our food is warm, so let's sample our food, we'll talk about that, and then I'll kind of get into the nitty-gritty about the tickets.
Okay, that sounds like no problem to me.
So what we're sampling is 4 of the different foods that you will sample when you are attending the event. The first one, coincidentally, is a Sydney favorite. I think she's talked about it on one of the other podcasts before. It is a sausage tortellini soup.
Ooh,
you can find this at Goosewatch Winery. They have paired this with their Zweigelt. It is an Austrian grape. I believe I brought this on before as a new release. It is a lightly oaked dry red. Notes of rich, what do my notes say? Notes of rich red and black fruits. A light floral edge. It's a beautiful freshness, and it's a lively acidity. So it pairs well with this soup because it's balanced tannins and acidity. And this is my favorite part of the day. I made this last night, so we had some for dinner. And you guys are lucky to have some for today. I had to scoop ours first before I could have the dinner.
Yeah, so is it sip still with soup? Because in a way, you're sipping soup.
Sip, slurp, sip.
Sip, yeah, sip, slurp.
That's a fair question, yes.
Thank you.
This is Weigelt. First thing I notice is how dark.
Yes.
It is.
Let's try it.
So this, I will tell you, I accidentally chilled this. Normally your reds are warm. I wasn't thinking, I just popped all the wines in the fridge.
Sydney loves red wine chilled. Her and TJ drink it.
I don't. I think TJ is the one who always puts it in the fridge. He's not very, he's not very educated.
He's learning.
He's not a wine connoisseur.
Enough of the shows.
I met TJ this weekend, and so he's learning.
Oh, yes, right.
When it comes to wine, it's whatever you like.
Okay.
There's no rules.
Right.
This wine with soup, I could do that all day.
Yeah, that's a great idea with this white shirt right now.
Delicious soup.
This makes me so happy. You don't even understand. Like, the wine really actually does go well with the soup. And I feel like
delicious.
Would you normally think like, okay, I'm going to have some wine with my tortellini soup? Because I wouldn't.
I would think white.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have made sausage tortellini recently at home, and I had an open white, and I put some in it. I substituted about half a cup of the broth with the white wine.
Yeah.
And so when they sent me this, and they told me they were pairing it with the red, I was actually excited to try it.
Right.
But because of the sausage,
And the pasta.
it pairs.
It's good.
Even though it's creamy, and actually Felecia said she had made a tomato-based
I did last night for dinner.
So this would go well with it as well. Yeah.
You two were
absolutely.
like twins and didn't
Yeah.
even know it. at
I'm
the
not
same
gonna
time.
lie, I may prefer the
Oh,
white.
okay.
She's
This
like
one.
loving
So
that.
this is a hot sausage, and the recipe has hot sauce in it
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, this is delicious.
It doesn't even seem like it's that, like it has a tiny bit of a kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
When you
not too
messaged that
spicy.
to me, I was like,
I know.
Oh, no.
The hot sausage just is more of a flavor thing versus a heat thing, I've noticed. But,
Yeah.
but anyways.
if you sip the wine right after you take a bite, it like blends
does the heat,
perfectly.
yeah. It's really good.
Good job, Goose Watch.
I can't wait to eat the rest of that.
I
But have
approve.
to. You guys can eat. I have to do all the talking.
Love that.
2019 Zweigelt.
Delicious.
Next up, we have a festive holiday slider. This can be found at Hosmer Winery. It is paired with their semi-dry Riesling. So this slider is essentially a Thanksgiving leftover in a bun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, some
Love
cranberry
that.
sauce on there.
Yep.
See?
So there's a dressing spread on the bottom. It's a mixture of cream cheese, mayonnaise, Creole mustard. There's a bit of orange zest, ginger root, and horseradish.
Wow.
Then there's also a spread of whole berry cranberry sauce with green onions. And then I use deli turkey, but if it's closer to Thanksgiving, just use your leftover turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
There's a lot more on this slider than it looks like.
Yeah. So the recipe suggested sweet Hawaiian rolls or dinner rolls. I had potato slider rolls, so that's what I used. But again, it's just a way to use Thanksgiving leftovers.
Right.
I think.
The
So
best part about Thanksgiving is leftovers.
I know, it's
I
the
agree.
best. So this semi-dry is actually a silver medal winner from the New York Wine Classic.
Wow.
It is stone fruit driven, so it has on the nose are peaches, nectarines with a touch of apricot. On the finish, it's lightly bitter kumquat and mint.
Wow.
Kumquat.
Kumquat, yeah.
That's a fun word.
You know, winemakers, their palates and what they can smell and taste are so refined.
Yeah, it really is. This is delicious.
It is
And of
very
course-
good.
Riesling.
When you're tasting a Finger Lakes Riesling, you're tasting a world class. You're tasting Riesling as good as it gets.
I agree.
And this Hosmer semi-dry is the epitome of what a semi-dry Riesling should be. It's
Oh
perfect.
my.
I love
It's
the
not
zest in
overly
that
sweet.
sandwich. It's so good.
It's like, okay.
That's the kumquat.
Yeah.
That's the kumquat. There's that kumquat in the sandwich with me.
Yeah.
So the
That's what you
creaminess of the
taste.
spread on the sandwich and the lightness of the turkey is what pairs really well with the brightness and the crispness of the Riesling.
I am thinking about Christmas now. Like taking this bite though makes me feel like I am like right in the November Thanksgiving, full on.
You see a lot of these Hosmer
yeah.
bottles around in liquor stores and restaurants
Yep.
and people's wine cabinets, but
So
again,
in the leaf
this
of
is
that
great.
Hosmer bottle, I don't know how up close
2021.
we can really get of it.
It's really good.
That is the owner's thumbprint
Oh, it is?
in the leaf
Oh, yeah,
on
look at
all
that.
the labels. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we could unlock its phone.
So you could unlock his phone.
Oh, you could. Oh my.
You could, yeah. So it just has that personal touch right on all the labels.
You just told all the criminals in the world that
Well,
watch
it's not a secret.
FLX Weekly that you could do. Do you think it would really work though? Like you
No.
think?
No, it
No.
wouldn't.
Because it needs probably some heat.
Yeah.
It needs the pressure.
Okay,
but-
I had to think.
But there's
about
that personal touch for Hosmer. And I was a little afraid to try the slider. You know, it has a horseradish. It's not my favorite. There's ginger root, but all this together, that is really good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And I was like, and I accidentally didn't bring enough sliders. I'm like, I'll only take a half. But now I was like, nah, I should have taken a half.
Sucks to suck that you
Yeah.
were the nice one. It goes
So
great.
while you enjoy the rest of your slider, I'll talk about the
For
next.
your Thanksgiving meal, you got to get a bottle of this Hosmer.
Absolutely.
Semi-dry.
It would pair
It's
even
perfect.
probably with their dry Riesling.
Sure.
Because this isn't overly sweet, it's not overly dry. All their Rieslings are amazing. I need another sip.
Yeah, it really is delicious. So far, I mean, we got a score of 100. I feel like we always do, but like you never know going into it. You send us the list of what it's going to be, and I'm like, will that taste good and
Yeah.
go good together? But
Well,
they know
I
what they're
mean,
doing.
For these events, they're doing the pairing.
Right.
They're sending me the food, and they're coming up with the pairing.
Right.
So,
So
This
it's
is
not
what-
you.
what
this
you'll
isn't
get
me. Yeah.
On the holiday event.
And you'll be
Right.
given the recipes too. So if you love this soup and you love this slider, you're taking home the recipe and you can make it.
Yeah, and then people will be so
Every day.
impressed at your parties.
Yeah,
and
they
be
will.
like, wow.
Wow.
And you're like, look at this wine I got. You should try
Yeah.
this. So yeah, they're taking all the guesswork
Yep.
out of your holiday parties for you.
Absolutely. So we can kind of jump more on the dessert side. Next up is a cranberry zucchini cake
Oh, okay.
found at Cayuga Ridge Estate Winery. This is served with their cranberry essence. I brought on Montezuma's
We've had this before,
cranberry
right? Oh, it was
wine.
Montezuma?
I can't remember if I've brought this cranberry on before.
I don't think
I'm not
you brought
sure.
a cranberry bog on.
Yeah, and that's
before,
from Montezuma.
too.
I don't know if I brought this on before. So this one is a crisp white wine. It's obviously infused with cranberry. It's not quite as sweet as Montezuma's. This one's a 5% residual sugar. Montezuma's closer to, I think, 10. 8 or 10%. So the zucchini cake is made with, you guessed it, zucchini. There's cranberries, there's pineapple, and this one has nuts. Though for the event, they're going to make one without nuts, and they're going to make a
Nice.
gluten-free option as well.
This is
nice.
delicious.
So the cranberry essence pairs with this
Try it.
because it complements the citrus of the pineapple and obviously the cranberry that's inside of it.
I think I need to break it up. So
Yeah, I
don't-
just didn't.
Break
So
it up
careful.
or even clean your spoon. I didn't really.
Yeah.
Just
That's
dig it.
okay.
Just
Do
dig
This,
into
we
it.
got this.
When I take the first
Oh,
smell of this
gotta
cranberry, it's definitely overwhelming. I don't know if I will. It has some orange. Does it smell a little orangey to you?
Well,
Maybe not.
Yeah, it has
some
a
orange.
citrus.
Let me hold the
Yeah, it's
glass
good.
the right way so I don't get yelled at. by
the, now this is a classic thing to have on hand for Thanksgiving and
good.
Christmas season, the cranberry.
Absolutely.
And you know, my first thing is I'm thinking maybe I'll use some of this in my cranberry sauce this year, because generally I'll use orange juice, cranberries, but maybe 75% orange juice, 25% of this from Cayuga Estates.
Delicious.
So
I'm
good.
really sorry, Montezuma, but I like this one because it's not as cranberry-y.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like
Are you
cranberry.
allowed
Well, if
to
you
even
love
say
cranberry-
I
that?
don't love
Right.
cranberry. Like
I
I don't
do.
just swig cranberry juice, and there's so many people who do.
Right.
And so I like this because it's much more subtle, and it
Yeah.
does have that orange zest hint to it.
Yeah,
It
I
seems
felt like after I had my slider and then I went to this, they all kind of worked together and
like if I'm forced to drink cranberry, like you have to drink cranberry or else.
yeah.
Splash of cran.
This
is
is
always
what I
good.
would choose, I think, just
Splash.
because it's much more subtle. But
This zucchini bread is absolutely delicious
Yes.
too.
it
So,
did have powdered sugar sprinkled on the top, but it kind of melted into it.
that's okay.
But it tastes really good after the zucchini cake as well.
It sure does.
They also
Another amazing
have
pairing.
a cranberry frost, which is a sparkling cranberry, and they will make mimosas with that as well.
Ooh.
Which, if it has that cranberry zest in it with the orange juice, it'll be.
Jeez, I love it.
delicious.
This might be my favorite pairing.
Oh my goodness. That's like 3 years in the making. He
Yeah.
finally said that. Yeah, no, this is all going really
Yeah.
well together. So they are pulling out all
All
the
the
tricks
stops.
for this year. So like you have to make sure that you get on board soon.
And after
because tickets
29
sell out.
years, they're struggling to come up with some. Well, they're starting to bring
29
back
years.
some OGs, some of the favorite recipes. They're like, can I do that? I'm like, absolutely. If it
Yeah.
was a favorite back in the early 2000s or whatever, absolutely bring it back. Why not? So
People's-
last but not least,
Oh.
let's get to it.
Oh,
so
boy.
I'm so sorry.
No, go
We
ahead.
have a lot
I'm
to
excited.
cover.
Yes, we do.
A pumpkin maple bread pudding.
Oh.
So this you'll probably want to clean your spoon. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have a
this
little
can be
dessert
found.
wine.
Yep. This can be
Oh.
found at Montezuma Winery. It is
It's
paired
that
with
brand.
the Velour au Trapacero. Phil
Love
brought
that
this one on
series.
when he came to visit us. The Velour series, which again means thief. Trapacero is the cheater. I had to re-Google those because I could not remember them.
I'm sorry, this is pumpkin stuff?
Maple
Ma-
pumpkin bread pudding.
Oh, bread pudding, okay, I
Yeah.
was thinking stuff.
Have you ever had bread pudding? Like, are you a person? I
Sure.
know you're a little
Are
bit
you a
older
person?
than us.
So that means I don't eat
I
bread
feel
pudding?
like bread
think that
pudding
means
was
he does
back
eat
in the
bread
day
pudding.
was like a bigger thing than it is now. Do you?
No, I mean like
I just
love
don't
bread.
ever hear of it.
At-
You
at
do?
I
the-
would much rather eat bread pudding
at
than
the
like
buffet
regular.
at Del Lago,
Yeah.
they
Or
have bread
even-
pudding right on their dessert bar.
Oh, a good bread pudding is...
Bread
Yeah,
pudding.
it's still pretty popular.
Sounds weird.
So anyways,
This is
back
a good,
to the show.
good bread pudding.
So the wine
oh,
of
sippy.
Trapacero is a Catawba dessert wine. It is fortified, meaning it is Concord spirits are added to it to add to the sugar. So it is 6.2 residual sugar. So it is sweeter.
What about the alcohol content?
I don't know that. It's probably
Right? It does taste
It's somewhere
strong.
on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stronger.
Right there.
I can't read.
It is,
'Cause
wow.
it's gonna be pushing-
17.3%.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's a dessert right there.
That's a dessert one, yes. That's why it's in that smaller bottle. So the bread
Understood.
pudding is made with cinnamon raisin bread. There's a maple pumpkin butter, which you can actually buy right at Montezuma. There's apples and pecans. So this pairs, together because it's both sweet.
Do you
and
remember
sugary.
what kind of cinnamon raisin bread you used?
They made it for me. I
Oh,
was
gotcha.
so lucky not to have to. So I can ask if you're super in love with the bread.
No,
but I
it's
don't
delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
like
say
bread
Sid.
pudding.
How do you feel about bread pudding?
But
Got an interesting texture to it that I was a little worried about, but it's good in my book.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
Yeah,
but
it does.
the
It's more like, it's kind of like, French toast casserole. It's similar
Yeah.
to something
Right.
like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is it hard to make?
I like Monk's
I don't know, I
bread,
have to make it.
cinnamon raisin toast. If you ever had that.
What is it? Monks?
Monk's.
No.
You ever seen Monk's bread at like Wegmans? They make all different kinds of breads.
Maybe. I've probably gotten
I
it
like-
before. I was going to ask, is it Wegmans?
You can get it at Wegmans and other places.
Oh,
But
this has pecans in it too. I forgot to mention that.
one of my favorite things
you could tell.
about
Yeah, it's
winter is toast.
Oh, wow.
I don't eat a lot
I
of
love
toast in
toast.
the summer, but in the winter I eat a lot of toast.
Like
Don't get
French
me started
toast?
on
Do you
No,
French
like put it
toast?
in the toaster, put some butter on it, either some jelly or cinnamon,
and
sugar,
Yes.
and
Cinnamon
then
sugar.
eat about
Oh,
8 pieces of that.
Fun fact, when I was younger, I truly thought that I was going to grow up and be a toast maker.
You said that before.
Oh, well, it's true.
You know what?
What
Your
a
parents are like,
career.
you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, but then my family used and abused that, and they'd be like, since you want to be a toast maker, I always got stuck making people toast, like my sister, so
And you probably
rude.
only had a 2-slot toaster.
No, I got fancy. I would like stamp it with like Minnie Mouse, and then you could
Oh.
see. I'm going to bring it back. Gourmet toast. Is
Well,
what I felt
part of
like.
this recipe was you did have to toast it first.
Toast the bread
You
pudding?
toast the bread,
Right.
and then you cut it up into slices, and then you put it down.
Strange.
So
Otherwise, it would just all mush together.
super soggy. So
Yeah.
part of your profession could be, involved in making this bread.
Bread pudding.
Simply toast.
Yeah.
New part-time job.
Simply toast is
So-
what we're doing. Yeah, add it to the resume.
Back to holiday shopping spree.
Yes.
So this event, it can be 1 or 2 days. It is sold in singles or couples, and we brought the DD option back.
Love that.
So we, even though it's singles and couples, this event is still structured with the schedules like we have been doing, consisting of the 6 wineries. So you can buy a Saturday ticket, or you can buy a Sunday ticket, or you can buy the 2-day ticket. We can go to 6 wineries on Saturday and the other 6 wineries on Sunday.
Oh,
so you
that's
can
cool.
visit all 12 wineries over the course of the weekend. So you could try
I like
all
that
12
idea.
recipes. Yep. And it's also still a sit-down event like we've been doing. So if you come as a couple, you might be sat at a table with another couple, but they'll probably become your best friends for life.
Aww.
That's my guess.
Yeah,
And
the
it's al-
holiday season.
Right, and it's also limited to groups of 12. So ticket prices, we do have different prices. Saturday, it's $60 for a single, $110 for a couple. Sunday is $50 for a single, $90 for a couple. DD prices are less, and then a full weekend single is $90, full couple is $170.
Now, one of the side benefits of this time of year and this event is you can pick up plenty of gifts.
Yes.
Bottles of wine. Most of the wineries have a lot of unique items.
I love shopping at wineries
Right.
and getting gifts
They have
there.
so many cool locally made
Awesome
tchotchkes
things
too.
that you-
Well, I
yeah.
call them tchotchkes, but
But original things that when you have someone on your list, that when they open it up, they're going to be like, oh, wow, where did you
Yes.
get this? It's and so this event is a perfect
yeah.
opportunity.
And we call it the holiday shopping spree because you're also given a $5 off a $35 wine purchase at every single winery. So even though you may be only going to 6, if you buy a 1-day ticket, you can go to the other 6 until the end of the year or before Christmas and use that.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if all your friends and family only like wine, just buy them all wine and you can use that discount.
Look,
Yeah.
nobody's upset
Nobody's upset
No.
with
getting wine for Christmas.
Nope.
No, they're
Nope.
not. So again, just to go back, you get the recipes, you get up to 12 pairings if you want with the food
6
and the
to 12
drinks.
depending on your ticket
Yeah.
of choice.
And then you get the discounts to do
Yeah.
some of the shopping
And
as well.
you also get, so in the past, you used to collect the different ornaments to
yeah.
put on your grapevine wreath. We're changing it up a little bit because it's not the same to collect them of this structure. So you're getting one locally made glass hand-blown ornament. It's made in Corning. Unfortunately, I don't have one with me yet.
How dare you?
I know, I'm so sorry. She is still working on that. But it's a glass blower in Corning, not with the museum. It's hands-on glass. She is making them all for us.
The great thing about that, though, is that that's going to go on your tree.
Yes.
And it's going on your tree next year. It's
Year
going to go on
after
your
year.
tree 10 years
Yep.
from now. And then we all pass away. The next generation.
Right.
I'm telling you
And
that.
it's a keepsake that you want.
Always so morbid.
It's not morbid.
Well, like I'm an ornament person, so I have a tote of my ornaments, and my son, I have a tote for him too.
Yeah, same.
And like we wrap them and we keep them, and I have ornaments from when I was a kid and given them, and my tree
And
only
made them,
has,
right?
Yeah.
only has
stick
gifted or
figures.
handmade ornaments. So like something like this is
You're
a
right.
souvenir ornament that I could pass down and I would always keep.
Yes.
So yeah.
Sentimental, I'd say, not morbid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
There we go.
I was thinking Halloween, morbid, and we're thinking Christmas, which
Yes,
is
so-
sentimental. So
So that's part of your ticket as well.
how can people purchase the tickets?
CayugaWineTrail.com/events.
Can they go to any of the wineries? Are they selling any of them, or is it all online?
It's all online. We don't do physical tickets anymore. It's all digital.
Nice.
Yep.
So
So right
they
on our
have to do
website.
that right on Cayuga Wine
Yep.
Trail.com.
CayugaWineTrail.com.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a great event.
Yep.
She's been going on for
It is.
decades.
And that's why it's been going on for 30 years.
Yeah, and I know people really do love it, and I feel like maybe because they had some differences that they had to go through last year or the year before,
Yeah.
now is the year to go. Now's
Yeah.
the year to get out there. And it starts when? Early, kind of in like a few weeks.
Yeah, November 19th and 20th is the first weekend. The weekend, it's always the weekend before Thanksgiving and the weekend after Thanksgiving.
So maybe we can
So you
make
can get
a
your
pact.
Thanksgiving wine the first weekend.
Yes, and you can be ahead of the game
Yep.
and get your Christmas gifts out of the way.
Yep.
We always talk about that. I feel like every year is like last minute shoppers.
So, you guys, I drink pretty much all my wine.
Wow. Yeah,
You
we
just
were
chowed all your
I like.
We're gonna play
yeah, the
Drake
soup-
off today.
I love the soup. The soup was great. Really loved the semi-dry Riesling from Hosmer.
Yes, it was really
The
good.
cranberry essence was great, and I was also impressed with the Goose Watch.
Yes.
Zweigelt.
Yep.
Yeah,
What was your
Everybody's
You
favorite?
doing
seem
such a great
overall
job.
pleased over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He's very pleased with this pairing. Honestly, I think I loved all four of them. Like there wasn't one that I was like, I
Yeah,
don't think I liked.
I liked
'cause-
all of
and they
them.
went so perfect with the food. So I can't imagine what the other, almost 12 different recipes.
So this
and
is actually
pairings.
kind of what it would look like. So you'll get one wine and food pairing, and then you have 3 additional wines at each winery. So you won't have 4 different foods like this, but you'll have your soup and your one wine, and then you have 3 additional wines to sample at each stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the main one, like you have the
Yeah.
main one with the food, and then
Yeah.
you
So if
also-
you go to 6
Jeez.
wineries, you'll
Yeah.
have like 24 different wines that you'll get to try.
Throughout,
right?
the 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
So doing the pass for 2 days makes the most sense, I feel like, because then you're not trying to cram everything
Right.
in on one day.
Could you do? Probably not. If you did like one day where you did 6, could you go the next weekend? Or do they have to be the same weekend?
No, if you want to buy it that way, you absolutely can.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so then I'm thinking like people
If
who
you're
travel
local,
here
yeah.
for the weekend, they're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to do this
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. But if
Break
you're
it up however
local,
you'd like.
yeah, you can break it up and you can have plenty of days to come and do this
What's
event.
been going on in the wineries, the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail, the past month? I mean, the weather's been phenomenal. The foliage.
They've been pretty
busy.
pleased with how harvest ended. It started wet,
Right.
but it ended weather-wise really well.
Awesome.
Yeah, their events are kind of petering off. It's the slowdown time.
So back to the harvest. This drier October weather we got, that's good for some of the reds, like the Pinot Noirs and the Cab Francs.
Perhaps, I don't know the exact answer, so I don't want to give you wrong information, but the dry summer just didn't help the overall crop quality to
It'll be
begin
an
with.
interesting vintage though because of the weather. It
Yeah.
was a dry summer, not
Very.
super hot, but dry.
Dry.
And then super wet September, right around harvest time.
Yeah.
But then dry, amazing October.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's
So,
been a really good.
I know that yields were low, so they weren't bringing in as much tonnage. But then the wet beginning to harvest was causing some fruits to start to split. So they had to harvest them whether they wanted to or not, because they don't want them to split, because then the juice comes out, and the juice is what they
Yeah.
want. So, there was some beginning of harvest stress, but then it was beautiful there towards the end. And
And
many of them have
continues
already
on.
wrapped up or are starting to wrap up. But I know it was a smaller harvest, but it seems to rotate. So last year they had like too much juice.
Yeah,
and this
I
year not
remember
quite
that.
enough, and it always seems to rotate like that.
But that means once they do harvest, they have the vintage, everything, it's like that much better to get it and have it in your house. And they always come out no matter what, however the weather is, with like really great wines.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
That's why they
you know?
have genius winemakers.
Yeah, they are genius. I agree fully.
Yeah.
I think everything here was amazing. Do you have any events for this?
Yeah, so this weekend, as I always plug, it's Friday at NAC where you can get their fries and their little toppings. So Friday to Sunday at Montezuma is Halloween. So it's a doggy costume contest all weekend long. So you'll get your picture taken for your pet. They'll put it on their Facebook page for voting. And then the humans who bring it in will get a $2 off their wine and spirit tasting. And then the dogs get a little treat too.
Humans.
Humans, yeah. They titled it Humans. And then the Beverly Animal Shelter will also be there on Sunday with cats and dogs to adopt, and they can do donations as well. Although sold out, Hosmer has a Saturday and Sunday a haunted wine walk.
Cool.
So they had like there's live music. There's 3 different spooky wine station tastings. There's games and prizes. So if you want to do that, you have to jump on it early for next year. This is the second year they did it, and it's the second year they've sold out. So it's obviously hot.
Yeah.
And then this Sunday, the Wine Trail is hosting, we call it Trick or Treat Along the Trail. So with every tasting, each winery will complimentarily pair a wine and Halloween candy. Like Buttonwood is doing Pop Rocks with one of their bubblies.
We did a pairing, a Halloween candy pairing.
We did that last year. So costumes aren't mandatory, but they are always welcome. And you can bring the kiddos, and then you can try candy with that. But Hosmer cannot participate because they are so sold out on their event. They couldn't handle that.
Good for them.
But it's just a quick little thing. And that's it for this weekend. The following weekend is already November, which is insane. Hosmer is hosting a Bon Vivant, where each year they celebrate the good things in life with music, food, vendors, and of course
love
wine.
that.
And the Swedish Hill has a sparkling wine and dessert day that they do every year, where sparkling and dessert wine is on sale, and then you get a little dessert with your tasting.
So much.
And that's
Monday.
it. Halloween's on a Monday.
Are you dressing up?
Yeah.
On Monday?
Yeah.
He's gonna dress up as a golfer.
No, don't give him that. That's way too easy. You should dress up.
I also noticed that you did not shave your stash yet.
Oh,
no.
even though our girls lost last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad. But they had a good season.
Maybe I'll stick with the stash.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you
about-
Just
notice?
go
It's
through
about-
No Shave November with the
noticed.
stash.
Oh
I
my
was gonna say, it's
goodness,
fun.
that'll
No
be so
Shave
scary.
November.
Yeah, No Shave November is coming up. We have a lot coming up in the studio too. A lot of new exciting things
Cool.
that.
Yeah, next
we'll have-
Tuesday, the launch of our new show, Finger Lakes Today.
Yes. So.
Is this the
morning at
first
9 a.m.
announcement?
Yeah, I think it is.
First
9
official
a.m.
announcement.
You heard it here first. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be at a different set, and people will be excited to have a new show for Finger
Well, we
Lakes
hope
Wine.
people will be excited.
I know they'll be excited. It's going to be great for all of the Finger
We
Lakes.
hope it'll be great.
We know it'll
It
be
will be
great.
great.
We
Confidence.
need to put it out there.
Confidence.
Manifest it.
So,
Yes.
like, you ran through so many events.
Yeah.
Cayuga Lake Wine Trail.com is where people can
Yep.
go back and learn about all the events. We covered Halloween, we covered Thanksgiving, we covered Christmas
Yeah.
pretty much this show.
It's just boom, boom, boom once you hit this
Yeah.
time of year.
Is
Seems like.
anybody doing anything exciting this weekend?
Football is over. We are all sad. Now we don't
Yeah.
know what to do with our lives.
I feel you. I'm literally the same.
So, Liam, right?
Yes.
He was on B team for Lions, and Evan's on C team.
Not Lions.
Oh, I don't know.
Canastillo. He's far away.
Oh, he's far away.
Yeah.
They might be in the same league, but Evan was on C team. So.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll play each other
Well,
eventually.
they'll never. 'Cause
Moving
he's probably in 6th grade, right?
He's
older, I think.
He's 11.
Evan's 8. I don't think they would ever play each other.
Never
But anyways,
know.
It was,
Never
the same,
know.
it was the same league and similar stuff.
Yeah, it was sad though for
Yeah.
football to be over, but Liam starts a basketball this weekend, so we have a basketball
Oh, wow, that's
tournament.
quick.
Yeah, he's in a traveling league. We have ooh, that was spooky. There was just a ghost at the door, I think. We have
I don't think so.
a basketball tournament this weekend. I have my parents' Halloween party, which is super exciting, and a Bills game this weekend. So I have a really
Whoa.
busy weekend.
Jam-packed.
Yeah, what about you?
Just the Halloween party on
Well,
Saturday.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, see ya.
You dressing up?
Yeah,
Good.
duh.
You should dress up as Sydney for Halloween.
It's what?
I am blonde. I am going to have a blonde wig.
Oh, yeah, she is.
I'm not saying.
Ooh, it's a secret.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be Tinkerbell.
Aw,
And Tyler's
so
a pirate this year, so.
Why is he not Peter Pan?
Listen, he doesn't want to wear stockings. It was a whole
But they're
thing.
really warm.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, I
So.
understand. Do you have anything exciting this weekend?
It's going to be a nice weekend, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Friday night's free because I won't be at the sectional final for girls Class B2 soccer.
Sounds a
So
little
sorry.
bitter, but
Yeah.
And then I might try to go to Reservoir Creek and play golf on Saturday
Oh, that'd be nice.
in Naples.
Ooh,
Drove
Saturday's
through
gonna be
Naples
nice.
last night. The soccer game last night was in Dansville. We live in Seneca Falls. Had to drive down 254, I think it is, through Vine Valley. And let me tell you, Naples is just an amazing place this time of year.
I love
Not all
God's
year
country.
long, but yeah, oh my, the
It is
leaves
very
were
pretty, yes.
unbelievable. The everybody was outside raking leaves and selling grape pies.
Wholesome.
Oh.
Very
sounds so
wholesome.
idyllic.
Yeah.
No,
Sounds
I
like a
love-
Hallmark
Naples
movie.
is great, so I was
That's where
thinking.
serial killer movies are.
No, it's true. No, it could be like a Northern Exposure type of TV series set in
Ooh,
Naples.
yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking maybe we'll go to Reservoir Creek and then eat at Roots Cafe in
Perfect,
Naples. You know
yep.
where that is? It's right kind of downtown. There's 2 or 3 really nice restaurants in Naples, so
That
maybe
sounds
Saturday we'll be in
You
Naples.
should
Day.
probably go to like a winery or two while you're there.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, that's.
Different lake, but you should still go because it's Finger Lakes.
No, I love the wineries of Cayuga Lake and Seneca Lake. That would be kind of.
Yeah.
But Naples is working down towards south end of Cayuga, Hammondsport area. But
It'll be beautiful. And it's supposed to be like in the 60s. I feel like that's a perfect day for golf to be out in the Finger Lakes seeing all that beautiful
Bring
scenery.
lots of balls.
Yes.
down in the Bristol Hills.
Yeah, yeah. Bring lots of white balls
Yeah.
because then
It
you
was a
can't see
little
'cause
tough
those
finding
leaves.
balls this past weekend, for
It is
sure.
tough.
But just like that, guys, it's already
that.
all the time
Thanks,
we
Catherine,
have.
for lunch.
Yes,
and
thank you
welcome.
so
This
much.
great.
No,
This was-
hurry up
it was
and end the show so I
amazing.
can finish my lunch.
Yeah, this is super
One
perfect.
last time. Where can they get tickets? When's the event?
CayugaWineTrail.com. Holiday shopping spree is November 19th and 20th and December 3rd and 4th.
We're here, guys. It's the holiday season. And that's that. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back again next Wednesday, of course. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes.